All right, guys, welcome to the Late Night Blitz. I'm your host, Jay's Perspective. You already know we're going to get into this. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, we didn't show up last night. I had a doctor's appointment early this morning, so we canceled last night's live, but we're here tonight. Yes, welcome everybody to Clutch Sports Media 365 Late Night Blitz. We got some topics to talk about tonight. We got another snub. We got the coaching cycle finally wrapped up. Pro Bowl recap, Super Bowl week. Guys, there's some kind of stuff to talk about. Stay tuned, stay clutch. Let's get to it. All right. So, like I said, late night blitz. All right. We got Hall of Fame snubs. We got some outrage behind the Hall of Fame snub. We got some news to break. Um, it's late night blitz Super Bowl week in San Francisco. I'm about to get started. Don't worry, guys. We're here in the building. Getting started. We are here. We are here. Thank y'all for doing this. Hit the like button when you come through the door. Please sub up to the channel if you don't mind, and give your boy a second as I get warmed up. All right. Like I said, we didn't do nothing last night. We didn't have a live last night. Started to do a live last night, but didn't do one. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Welcome everybody to the Late Night Blitz. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you all. All right. As we get started, there was no Late Night Blitz last night. I said that unfortunately we didn't have it. I know. Forgive me. I'm back tonight. Guys, welcome. Super Bowl week, San Francisco. This is the final week. The drama off the field is hitting harder than anything we've seen on the field. From legendary snubs to a coaching carousel that finally stopped spinning, we're going to break it all down. So let's ride. You like that, Russell? Yeah, that's right. Anyway, hit that like button when you come through the door. Give your boy just a little love, a little support, if you don't mind. So to the channel, check us out, and let's get to it. Now, the lead story that we're going to talk about tonight is the Hall of Fame class of 2026 has a massive Patriot shaped hole in it. I mean, dead ass serious. The Snub report confirmed Tuesday that Robert Kraft failed to receive the necessary votes for inductions. You heard me correctly. Robert Kraft failed to get the necessary. This is crazy. Failed to get the necessary votes for induction. Now, this is the double whammy, as this comes just days after Belichick was also snubbed in his first year of eligibility. So we've not only snubbed the head coach, but we're going to snub the owner. And striking enough, the stories come out that Jerry Jones, that guy, Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones is in the Hall of Fame. He's been in there too. And Robert Kraft has done more in the NFL thus far in the last few years, more than what Jerry Jones has done. So to get the snub, guys, is kind of crazy. And you know, the backlash on social media is in a meltdown. Legends like LeBron, Patrick, Mahomes have called the decision insane. Even Tom Brady weighed in, jokingly asking if he should be worried about his own future eligibility if 6 rings aren't enough for architect and the owner. Now, guys, this is going crazy. This is going far enough. This is starting to get like a, I don't want to say vindictiveness, but this is starting to get a little kind of starting to get to the point where what the is we doing? Hall of Fame? We already seen Belichick get snubbed. Kraft was already in line to be next to get in the Hall of Fame. Yes. Now, apparently, he failed to receive the votes that were needed to get in the Hall of Fame. Now, I don't understand the process, don't play to understand it, but the why is going to shock a lot of you. Inside sources suggest voter fatigue and the lingering shadows of Spygate, Deflategate, might still be haunting the committee. Kraft response, cool. What matters to me is we win Sunday. I said the same thing when Belichick got snubbed. Now that the owner, RKK, has just been snubbed, I kind of find it hard to believe that you're not holding some kind of grudge against the Patriots, even though they were punished for said actions at the time by the NFL. But this is starting to get outrageous, folks. This is freaking crazy. We're getting snubs left and right. Belichick, Robert Kraft. Now Brady is thinking, am I going to be the next one? Are they going to try and make an example out of me? And Brady, you have every freaking question in your brain playing out right now. Yes, I know you do. You better, because Robert Kraft, legendary owner, guess what? He just got snubbed. And the sources say again, for this voter fatigue, the lingering shadows of Spygate, Deflategate. Are we really holding on to decades of bullshit? I mean, honestly, are we? Hold on, put my cam on. Are we really holding on to decades of bullshit? Because I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that we would be holding on to snub owner, head coach. Now Brady's looking at it like, I could be next. I could be next. Now I don't understand what the fuck they were thinking and why all of a sudden votes don't add up. And this is crazy because now votes don't add up. What are we doing? What is the what are- we got people in the Hall of Fame with lesser accolades, lesser achievements than what owner and head coach have. And yet and still, folks, we want to play this game. Let's play it. It's a real snubbing. Again, there was backlash behind the snub. It was the snub, another one, and directly taken towards the Patriots. I'm saying it's like it's shots fired at the Patriots. So let's go out there and win number 7. Let's piss them all the way off. Now, Robert Kraft, his response is a cool. What matters to me is we win Sunday. Bring one home to Foxborough. I have to agree with Rob with that one because you know what? It's not going to change anything. Hold up, let's go. Let's dig up and you know where we're going, guys. We're going to dig into the snub news. Pull up the snub news. Hold up. Let's go pull it up. Oh, look, they didn't have to go too far. They didn't even have to go too far from my boy Rob Kraft. Wait, or the fake Rob Kraft. All right, now look at this. Unfazed Sports, Jerry Jones, this century, 0 Super Bowl appearances. Hasn't won the NFC in 30 years. He's in the Hall of Fame. Robert Kraft, this century, 11 Super Bowl appearances, 6-time Super Bowl champ. Won the AFC this year, not a Hall of Famer. Has been snubbed. Are we really what is it? What are we doing? Huh? No, we don't. All right. ML football says the bias and jealousy of the New England Patriots is wow. Belichick, the greatest head coach ever. Robert Kraft, the greatest owner ever. Adam Vinatieri, the greatest kicker. All three were somehow not first ballot Hall of Famers. The Pro Football Hall of Fame has become a sham. I wasn't even going to talk about the fact that Adam Vinatieri didn't get it. because it was ultimately my boy didn't get it. Robert Kraft. Like, what? That don't even make sense. Hit that like button when you come through the door. Give your boy a like when you come in the building if you don't mind. Thank you. Really helps us appreciate, guys. Guess what? It's the Tuesday Blitz, and we're going to talk about it. We got the snub. We got the snub. We're starting off with snub. Then we got some head coaching news to get into right behind us as that's wrapped up. And guess what? We got DCs and OCs that have land positions. But the bias and jealousy of the Patriots is wild. It's starting to get a little bit over the top. It is. Belichick, the greatest head coach ever, despite if you like the man or not. Kraft, the greatest owner ever, despite if you care for the man or not. Um, you look at Adam Vinatieri, one of the greatest kickers ever. All three. All because you wanted to make sure that you allow other players who might don't have a chance to get in to get in. When you can put them back on the thing next year and put them in. I'm just trying to figure this one out because it sounds like we're having politics involved in who gets in and who doesn't get in. And the why? There's a why behind this. And some of the sources are suggesting that there's voter fatigue and a lingering shadow of Spygate, Deflategate, might still be haunting the committee. So you mean to tell me you're still haunted by what happened way back when? Are we really? I'm trying to figure out if that's what we're doing here because that is exactly what it sounds like we're actually doing. I'm trying to figure it out now. Let's see. Let's go on down. Let's see. So no Adam. So no Patriots again. Then. Based on a trend. Now I don't normally care for face first take, but I like what they did say. Based on the trend that based on the trend, they're going to do it to Tom Brady too. It makes no sense whatsoever. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the Hall of Shame. Stephen A. reacts to Robert Kraft not being selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Patriots principal owner since '94, the most Super Bowl wins in the league. All right, Patriots owner Robert Kraft, like his former head coach Bill Belichick, was not selected for entry into this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Class of 2026 will be revealed Thursday at NFL Honors in San Francisco, but it will not include Kraft, nor Belichick, nor, as we've reported, Adam Vinatieri. The media is not lying to you about Robert Kraft Hall of Fame snub. It is not about the 2019 spy incident. The real reason is the Epstein files leaked 4 days ago. I found emails that explain everything while Seattle surges in Poly Market. The Kraft dynasty is officially dead. Here we go. Of course, there's going to be speculations from everything. No one cares about Robert Kraft. LC Greenwood should be in the Pro Bowl for Blitzburg. This comes from Blitzburg. No one cares. They say LC Green should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Okay. But why is Jerry Jones in? Let's just point that. Why is Jerry Jones in? He hasn't done nothing. It's the Pro Football Hall of Fame for people who have done so great in the great things in the league. I mean, seriously. Is that why we induct people into the Hall of Fame? Or did I miss something? All right, Taylor Kynes. Salute to Taylor Kynes. Make sure y'all gonna follow Taylor Kynes and all the CLNS media. Mike Vrabel said it's unfortunate that Robert Kraft wasn't selected for entry into this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Vrabel also expressed his appreciation for what the Patriots owner has done for him as a player and coach. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't make sense. Now, Tony Dungy refuses to comment on whether he voted for Bill or for Robert, claiming he can't say anything because he hasn't been notified who's in it. Tony knows. Tony knows. Let's not no, let's not go there and act like he doesn't. So Robert Kraft, the most successful owner in the history of NFL, is not voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This system is flawed, broken, and these voters should be beyond ashamed of themselves for their bias and lack of credibility. Mark Caboli, Robert Kraft, been eligible for Hall of Fame for 14 years now. Nope. And now it's a big news he doesn't make it. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. This is only because they want to pit him up against Belichick. The NFL, well, not the NFL necessarily, but they wanted to make a story out of this. They come on, this is a story. They wanted a story, and what better story could you make? And guess what? Now you got a bigger story. The Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. Belichick gets snubbed. Now Robert Kraft gets snubbed. This is, I mean, and I expect Caboli, of all people, to have his stance. You know why? Because Caboli, they don't like the Patriots, guys. I don't want to hear any more about the process. The voters did not do their job. This is Doug Hyde. If any fair owner is in the Pro Bowl for Pro, if any NFL owner is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, then Robert Kraft deserves to be in. Patriots owner Robert Kraft, like his former head coach Bill Belichick, was not selected for entry into this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Sources told ESPN the class of 2026 will be revealed Thursday. So we know that he has not been voted in. Scott Pioli, I know the job isn't finished, but I'm so happy for the Patriots fans, the Kraft family, Mike Vrabes, Miss Nance, and everyone in the organization, all of Patriots Nation. I also need to say this is unfathomable. The Robert Kraft has not been inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame yet. Any. Listen, any unbiased look at the NFL career of this unparalleled success as an NFL owner shows that he deserves to be in Canton. I worked alongside him for a decade of our success and saw it firsthand. Please get it right this time, voters. They're not going to get it right. I'm sorry. They do not like these people. They don't like us. They don't like us. Point blank. I'm gonna just go out there and just call it what it. You have to make some kind of sense because we got people coming up with Epstein lists, um, Robert Kraft and Steve Bannon checking on his. See them talking about. It has all right. Robert Kraft has been to 11 Super Bowls as an owner, winning six. Not to mention the role he played with the NFL lockout. Not having him in the Hall of Fame when you have Jerry Jones, Eddie DeBartolo, Pat Bowlen in is a disgrace. Get rid of everyone in the Hall of Fame committee. I have to agree with that because apparently we need to look at these positions. We need to look at these committees because these committees need to be evaluated. I'm just saying we need to start evaluating these committees as we evaluate ownership and coaching staffs and players and everything because it's starting to get kind of redundant. It's kind of started getting crazy. Belichick snubbed by the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Tom Brady says he has no dog in this race. Robert Kraft fails to be voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The Patriots might as well find a way to win the Super Bowl and ruin everyone's Sunday outside of New England. There you go. That's my sentiments. Exactly. Guys, this is another snub that is going to be heard around freaking world. Because this is crazy. I mean, okay, I understand Belichick. You don't like the guy. Belichick rub a lot of people the wrong way. But Robert Kraft. So now you're going to tell me when Tom Brady time comes up, what we're going to find wrong about Tom. I mean, because if you just throw Tom in there, then I know something wrong. Not saying that he don't deserve to get in there, but come on. If the Pro Football Hall of Fame snubs Vinatieri again this year, just make the class of 2027 exclusively New England Patriots. Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, Stanley Morgan being coach, Adam Vinatieri, Rodney Harrison, Vince Wilfork, Rob Gronkowski. I mean, I could see that. Let's go. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. I could see that. I could get behind that. Just get behind that because what are we doing? What are we doing? All right, look at this. Jerry Jones versus Robert Kraft. Jones, 3 Super Bowls, 3 NFC championships, 16 and 15 playoff record as an owner. Cowboys owner of 37 years. Hall of Fame class of 2017. That's Jerry Jones. Robert Kraft, 6 Super Bowls, 10 AFC championships, 36-16 playoff record as an owner, Patriots owner of 32 years. Okay. Not selected for the 2026 Hall of Fame class. Why not? And then again, inside sources suggest voter fatigue and a lingering shadow of Spygate and Deflategate, meaning you're holding on to past biasness. Kraft says, oh, well, what matters to me is Sunday getting the win Sunday. Patriots Nation, we are at war. Now, here it is. Adam Schefter on how the voting rules contributed to the Patriots owner Kraft not being selected. And it's him and Ty Schmidt talking.
They were asking the voters to vote for 3 of 5 candidates, a coach, a contributor, and 3 senior players. The people that didn't get in were Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. And it's really hard to imagine that neither one could get in. I think in the end, they canceled each other out. There were probably voters who voted for Belichick, and there were probably voters who voted for Kraft, and there were probably some voters who voted for each, but they had to vote for others. And it's really ridiculous. Here's the deal. Is Bill Belichick a Hall of Famer? That should be the question. It should not be measured up against Robert Kraft or Ken Anderson or Roger Craig or L.C. Greenwood. Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes. Robert Kraft. Now, let me say something about this one. This is we debated Belichick endlessly last week. We all know how ridiculous that decision was. Robert Kraft had been to 11 Super Bowls. He goes for his 7th Super Bowl title Sunday. He's gone to Super Bowls with 3 head coaches, different head coaches, and 3 quarterbacks. Not to mention what he's done for growing the game, the broadcast deals he's negotiated, the lockout that he helped end back in 2011, I believe was the year. And in the last 10 years, the only owners to have made it were Eddie DeBartolo Jr., Jerry Jones, and Pat Bowlen. Now, Pat Bowlen was my dear friend. I loved him. And he was worthy. But there's nobody any more worthy than Robert Kraft, right? What are we talking about? If they win the Super Bowl on Sunday, that's 7 Super Bowl titles, more than any NFL franchise ever. He's been the owner for all of them.
You heard that? Did you hear what Shefty said? If we win Super Bowl Sunday, the most Super Bowls, period. Again, now this is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Owners shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but since we're doing it, Robert Kraft should be in. Mm. Guys, this is crazy. People going out the way to excuse the Pro Football Hall of Fame for leaving out Kraft, especially Belichick, by blaming the voting system. Are by blaming the voting system are nearly as bad as the 22% of voters themselves. It was not rocket science. Vote for the 3 most deserving people. Do you feel like Belichick is a Hall of Famer? Tony Dungy, yes. Um, but about Robert Kraft, yes, absolutely. Dungy went on to explain why the Patriots were so hard to prepare against for 2 decades under Belichick and Kraft's guidance. And see, here we go. And of course, all right. Now this is my boy Ty Law. Yeah, we follow Ty. Ty Law, make sure y'all go follow Ty Law. Ty Law thinks that the Patriot hate is the only explanation for Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft not getting into the Hall of Fame. At the end of the day, it got to be something underhanded. The NFL is starting to make no sense. Jerry Jones, who has accomplished next to nothing, makes the Hall of Fame, but someone with the legacy and career that Robert Kraft has doesn't. Again, it's not making sense. It's not making sense. And then, of course, the memes and the mockery and everything else is going up. Nigga, my boy RKK, y'all. Kraft is not worrying about this. I'm not gonna lie. It's the same thing about Thursday night. If they give the MVP to Stafford, we're not worried. We're playing in the Super Bowl Sunday. We're going for number 7. This is our 12th Super Bowl appearance. Look at what this team has done versus what a lot of other teams have done. And talk your shit. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. But when you piss off this organization and snubs, we play with a different intensity. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see. And see,
years,
Brady is
won
trying to play
7
this
titles,
fence. He's
had
trying to play
23
nice.
different managers,
Brady's
sometimes Billy
really
Martin
trying to
for a
play
third,
nice.
fourth time, different
Nope.
GMs and players. I said, we don't like to admit, because owners are billionaires and they've got their own plane, and the quarterback, the coach, the coordinator. I said, but most business people, I know I work at Fox, most of us make 7 to 10 decisions a day, and the smarter people make the right one 90% of the time. And so I said, if you're going to be outraged by Bill, and Bill will get in, then you should be equally outraged that Robert Kraft, who has more Super Bowls than the rest of the AFC East, the AFC South, and the AFC North combined, you don't understand. I mean, Washington changed owners, Tom. 24 years embarrassing. The next year they're in the NFC Championship. I do not believe in coincidence. So I want to just address the Kraft part of this, and that he was not necessarily a meddler, but I don't believe it's a zany happenstance that you guys literally coaching hires, draft development, trades in season. Could you give me a sense? I know you are close with Robert Kraft. I think fans just think it's all players and coaches. I'm like, no. It's the same crappy teams drafting at the top every year. It's the owner. It's not the coaches.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on Robert.
Just a great point that you make, and it always starts at the top. And the leadership, the figurehead of the organization is, for the Patriots, RKK, and it's, being there for 20 years with him and watching the nuances of that ownership role was something for me to learn a lot from. How he managed different personalities, how he could fill in the gaps when he saw them and where he saw them. He just did the most unbelievable job. And seeing it firsthand and being a part of it, recognizing the importance of that role in a football organization. I believe that the owner is the chief accountability officer. And, you hold everyone to a standard and you expect everyone to live up to that. And believe me, when the owner's sitting in their team meeting room, the players are sitting up a lot straighter. The head coach's message is directed a lot more intently. And RKK, his office was at the stadium. He would sit in there in team meeting rooms. He would be out there on the practice field. He would be there at every road game, shaking people's hands as they walked off the field. There's an importance of football that in Patriot football that RKK does not take lightly. And not only that, look at the contributions that he's made to the league, to the NFL in general, to negotiate media rights deals. And this is the most popular sport in America. It's, the thousands of hours that he's spent bringing this game to life for the fans. That doesn't go unnoticed. Certainly now that I'm in TV, I understand the amount of work it takes for Fox to actually broadcast the game. The partnership that Fox and its partners have with the NFL. It's extremely important. That working relationship is so critical to this game being, spread throughout our entire country and bringing a lot of joy to people's lives. So to me, it's not a matter, just like Bill, of if they're going to get in, it's just when they're going to get in.
Right.
They're tremendous at what they've done in the league. And maybe it's not trending so well for expatriates. Maybe I should be a little concerned here. But, I think at some point this thing is going to go in everybody's direction the right way.
You heard he said, Tom said it's not trending well for expatriates. He should be worried next. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Mike Vrabel calls Robert Kraft reported Hall of Fame snub disappointing. That is going to be the one thing you can hear. So let me understand this correctly. And this is from DJD3111. Okay, Eli Manning gets voted into a Pro Football Hall of Fame class before Belichick or Kraft. Yeah, that's absolutely screams shaking my head. So, Patriots owner Robert Kraft, like his former head coach Belichick, was not selected for entry into this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame class, sources told ESPN. So they're going to reveal the class. But if Eli gets in there, this is going to be tragic. Belichick belongs in the hall. Robert Kraft makes sure it didn't happen. I mean, all right. So the Hall of Shame. Robert Kraft, architect of a dynasty. Belichick, greatest coach ever. Adam Vinatieri, most clutch kicker in NFL history. All not first ballot Hall of Famers. Make it make sense. Nobody's gonna make it make sense. It's not gonna make sense. Well, that's the snub. Again, guys, that's the snub. All right. That is the ultimate snub. Understand that is I don't get it. All right, so the backlash social media is in a meltdown because legends like LeBron James, Patrick Mahomes have called the decision insane. Even Tom Brady, we just listened to Tom Brady with Colin, have weighed in jokingly asking if he should be worried about his own future eligibility if 6 rings aren't enough for the architect and the owner. So Tom Brady is going to be looking at it like, wait a minute, hold on. Should I be wondering if I'm going to get in, if I'm going to get snubbed? And again, we can only speculate, but sources have brought out this point. Voter fatigue and the lingering shadows of Spygate, Deflategate might still be haunting the committee. Kraft response is a cool. What matters to me is we win Sunday. That's Robert Kraft's response to win Sunday's Super Bowl, number 7. Okay, so Robert Kraft has been snubbed, guys. That kicks us off the show tonight with the snub. Another one, another Patriot snub. Even though Bill's in college and he's coaching UNC, it's still a former Patriot tie, along with our owner. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and remember, go Pats. Now we're going to go to the coaching wrap. Now, you know, guys, it is done. The helicopter, the headache, it is done. The coaching, the coaches, they're done. All 10 spots have been filled. We're all tucked in. And now we're on to hirings. Now, one news broke today. Matt Nagy, the development of a young quarterback, has been awful because he was hired by the New York Giants to be their offensive coordinator. Matt Nagy, based on how he's developed Mitchell Trubisky and Justin Fields, they are looking at his track record. So the Giants have hired him as their offensive coordinator. They were also looking at Cliff Kingsbury. I thought Cliff would have been the guy to get the job, but Matt Nagy is the guy who will be the offensive coordinator for the New York Giants. Excuse me. So John Harbaugh took the Giants job. Tennessee hired Robert Saleh. Pittsburgh Steelers hired Mike McCarthy. Cleveland Browns hired Todd Monken. Buffalo Bills promote within Joe Brady. Arizona Cardinals hire Mike LaFleur. The Las Vegas Raiders will be waiting to hire Clint Kubiak. There will be finalizing a deal, but it will be after the Super Bowl. So hopefully that deal will draw up some kind of distraction for him, and he'll be thinking about his new job, and he will lose the Super Bowl. Go Pats. Guys, Titans in a New York reunion. Robert Saleh hired Brian Daboll as his offensive coordinator. So we got New York Jets and New York Giants former coaches that have linked up with Cam Ward in Tennessee. So this could be a good thing. The Giants Harbaugh is bringing in Matt Nagy to run the offense and Denard Wilson, the Titans DC, to lead his defense. So here we go. ESPN, and I don't like to listen to some of these talking heads up here, but some of them did.
Marcus, do you like this hire for Jackson Dart in the Giants?
Mitch Trubisky, 38 starts, 56 QBR. Justin Fields, 10 starts, 31 QBR. Nick Foles, 8 starts, 38 QBR. Andy Dalton, 6 starts, 39 QBR. That's been Matt Nagy's quarterbacks while he's been calling plays. No, I'm not confident. Okay, and I get I get it. He's been around. He's been in Kansas City behind Andy Reid. Hopefully he brings some of that and the ability to play at a high level. He's dealing with a young quarterback. The Mitch Trubisky and the Justin Fields didn't work out. So look, this league is about results. Sure. This league is, you get judged on how do you develop guys. His development of young quarterbacks have been awful. And that's what that says. So I'm not indicting Matt Nagy as a bad coach. All I can look at is the last time you had 2 young quarterbacks, they didn't perform well. And now Jackson Dart, going into his second year, is going to be under his tutelage. It doesn't give me a lot of confidence, but maybe something has changed.
Yeah, you heard that, Matt Nagy, the new OC for the Giants. That is going to be keep our eyes on that one. The Cowboys keep it young and aggressive, hiring Christian Parker as their defensive coordinator. Chargers hire Mike McDaniel. Lands on his feet as their new OC for Justin Herbert. Now, the Cowboys, I did not hear any news about their OC. But, guys, welcome home, Coach LaFleur. Look at LaFleur. Arizona brings in LaFleur for their coaching job. There it is. NFL said ICE is not among the federal agencies at the Super Bowl. Crazy news. All right, Rob Gronkowski got his prize veteran Marine Corps Eddie Pena tickets to the Super Bowl. Okay, cool. We did have Pro Bowl games tonight, but hold up. We got to get to these news. First day at the office, here it is. Matt LaFleur signing his ticket. First day. Matt Nagy, of course, it's not looking good for Nagy, but the Bucs agreed to terms with Chandler Whitmire as their quarterback coach, and he's going to be working with OC Zach. What's his name? Zach Tom. We got him over there, but they got a new OC down there in Tampa as well. Whitmire, 34, spent the last season. Indiana's co-OC, QB coach, development Heisman Trophy winner Fernando. Also, they even got a guy. Ball over here, they went and got one from college and brought him on board. So here we go. Tom Pelissero brought it on. So there it is. Chandler Whitmer lands in Tampa. All right. And again, tonight we had the Pro Bowl. I got the highlights going on the back. And this man right here went off in the Pro Bowl. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We got to get to this head coaching topics. All right. So, again, Matt Nagy, this criticism. Mike LaFleur, new head coach, which brings us to there's some brothers. There's another set of brothers, Harbaugh brothers. You're not the only brothers. You got the LaFleur brothers. You got Mike and Matt. Matt LaFleur, Mike LaFleur, John and Jim, right? Okay. Now the Cowboys, oh wait, Buffalo brought back Pete Carmichael for their OC job. We broke that one the other night, guys. That should be interesting. I haven't seen Pete Carmichael since he was on the Saints sideline, but sheesh, it's going to be interesting. All right. Jim Schwartz is going to be definitely, they want Jim Schwartz to stay. All right. The Bills are hiring former Titans QB coach Bo Hardegree as their new QB coach. So the Bills are getting somebody new in there. They're making a whole new rush. A whole new push. All right. Francis Tarkenton. Oh, Frank Tarkenton, y'all. Warriors. Time could just be like, yes, I played for them majority of my career. But you know what? Time wants to be neutral. He wants to be neutral in this whole affair. You know. All right. And the Rams, by them losing Mike LaFleur, right? They now have to go and find a new OC. Because damn, they done lost OC. Seems like they've lost OC for the last 3 years. They've been 3, right? So, damn, says a whole lot. So, Rams Sean McVay has fingers crossed Matthew Stafford returns, discusses OC search and player futures. I know they got some stuff to talk about up there, but man, it's going to be interesting to see if they can get Stafford back. All right, so that is that right there. Let me make sure I got all of them. Harbaugh, Tennessee is Saleh, Pittsburgh McCarthy, Monken is the Browns, Bills, Brady, LaFleur, Cardinals, and the Raiders. They are going to be getting Kubiak. So there we go. We are wrapping up a coaching cycle. That is going to be the end of a coaching cycle, guys. Let me make sure we. I mean, this coaching carousel was nice and fun while it lasted, but now it's all over. All right, so head coach Sean McVay and Les Snead were extended. Now they have to find him a new OC. All right, so Russell Wilson could be an option for the Jets if they hire Darrell Bevel as OC. I don't think so. I think the Jets went a different way with their OC position. All right, so all right, I'm not even going to get into the whole this Black History Month. Salute to all of my. But yes, the Rooney Rule is exactly what it is. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. The Rooney Rule is exactly what it is. Not get into that. All right, I'm really not. The 49ers are hiring. They've hired Raheem Morris as their defensive coordinator. Good hire. Okay. And uh, okay, Sean Payton has lost his mind. That's what I've been hearing today out of some people. I gotta admit it. He fired his OC, Joe Lombardi, promoted Davis Webb to OC. He's the one calling the plays. Make it make sense. If Sean Payton does not win next season, if they ultimately suck, I could see them making a change, getting rid of Sean some kind of way. Because the NFL is heading in they're headed to the next era. All the older guys are getting out of here. Just saying. And the way Sean acted, guys, this is strike one on him. It's on him. All right. And here goes the coaching report cards for the day. Um, they gave a what the fuck to Mike McCarthy. Stefanski got a D. Mentor got a D. I've seen multiple report cards come out, and they've given there's been a total shit show with some of these grades. LaFleur is a C. Monken is a C. Saleh is a C. And they gave a Kubiak an A. I've seen ones for Kubiak not even that high. I'm Just saying, Joe Brady, LB. Oh my God. Look, Poly Market, y'all gonna have to stop. Now let's see. All right. Brandon Bean has come under some flack. They wanted something else, but you know how this goes. Yeah, I know how this goes. All right. Declan Doyle is a OC for who he went to. We got all kind of people going everywhere. They got Sean Mannion over there with them. All right, and the LaFleur brothers, there they are. Wait, Matt LaFleur, NFL honors his brother Mike is the head coach. So there they go. The LaFleur brother era begins, guys. Get ready. All right, Harbaugh and the Giants. Okay, so Tampa Bay head coach, nope. Yeah. So this is it. So in other news tonight, guys, we had the. Oh wait, hold on, sorry. We had the coordinators. I ran them down to y'all. Chargers got Mike McDaniels. Mike McDaniel. Cowboys end up going and get Christian Parker. Giants Harbaugh bring in Matt Nagy. Brian Dayball would be with Robert Saleh teaming up. So that's going to be two former NY coaches, one for the Giants, one for the Jets, teaming up in Tennessee. Interesting. And other news tonight, we had the Pro Bowl. NFC came back. They came back 18 points and take a 66-52 lead and win. The flag football experiment continues to be the NFC's playground. They moved to 4-0. You heard me, 4-0 in the flag football era. And they are on top. All right. So, again, the Pro Bowl roster, Deshaun, I mean, guys, I was watching it. I'm recapping it now again. Just, I'm sorry, I can't with the flag football thing. I missed the Pro Bowl when it was the Pro Bowl. I used to the Pro Bowl Hawaii, the whole event. I've been watching football that long. Sorry. It used to be, you know, a lot more than what it is now. And it's just I know they're trying to make the game safer. I appreciate that, but it's oh god. It seems like it's just not good. Sorry. I was trying, and I was watching it, and the NFC wins. So the MVP is George Pickens. Cowboys took home. Cowboys. George Pickens and the Cowboys took home offensive MVP, while and Antoine Whitfield Jr. Bucks lockdown defensive MVP. The highlights: Jalen Hurts was surgical, throwing 3 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, AFC, reminding everyone why he's a freak athlete, snagging a one-handed interception while playing defense, taking it 50 yards for a score. Okay, yes, that was a freaking amazing catch. Like that was a let me see, where is it? This is it right here, guys.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen,
Insane
Chase.
one-hand
Hello.
catch. And he does a little backflip in the end zone.
What an outrageous play that is.
I mean, he caught that an inch or two off the ground. Should he be? Yeah.
Better said, yes. Go off with time.
Take it off.
Speaking of great on
one-handed
great,
interception.
ladies and gentlemen,
They reminding everyone
Chase.
why he's a freak athlete. A one-handed interception.
what an outrageous play that is.
Joe Flacco, on the other
an inch or
hand,
two
was a
off the ground.
41-year-old.
Yeah.
Better said, yes. Go off with time.
Flacco, 41-year-old.
Speaking of great on great,
made his first Pro Bowl
Ladies and gentlemen.
appearance, even catching a
Chase.
pass on a
Hello.
So guys, they weren't just out there. They were out there playing some football. I gotta give them that. They were out there playing some football. It just wasn't. I mean, what we're talking about. It was interesting. It was fun. It was nice. I just don't. I just didn't. I just didn't see It wasn't. So the vibe, it was held in Moscone Center in San Fran. The intimate ballroom setting felt more like a high-stakes 7-on-7 tournament than a game. That's the difference. Serving as a teaser for flag football debut in the 2026 Olympics. See, that's all, to me, that's all this was. It was like more or less not for the game itself. It wasn't for the NFL game itself. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't. it was more or less getting everybody hyped up for what's coming up. And then they had the flags, the terrible. I mean, a lot of people didn't know the rules. Tonight, apparently, we didn't know the rules. None of us, because all there was flags, 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 flags flying, flags flying. Man, guys, it was terrible. For a time, it was terrible. But let's just see what else we got. Okay, we got everybody there. No, we got everybody showing up for the Pro Bowl game. So they got a dub in something. Here, Garrett Bowles, this guy went off.
That's truly how it is. And, you know, I've been a protector my whole life, how I protect my wife and my kids. And now I protect my quarterback and my teammates, my city, the Broncos organization. I've been a protector my whole life. So to embrace that and to get recognized for that, it's what I do. It's what I love to do. It's my passion, and I'm grateful to do it.
You know, as a football player, just as an offensive lineman, you know, doing everything in your ability to, you know, enable your quarterback, running backs, receivers, tight ends, skill position to, you know, do the best they can on the field. And, you know, it's a responsibility, you know, and it's a tough job, but, you know, it's a lot of fun when you come into work every day and you got a lot of like-minded people around you in the O-line room, and they all just want to work for each other. So I love what I do, and yeah.
It's what we do, you know, our job is to protect. So really just all encompassing, you know, football, like the pass protection, run protection, all those things. It means a big deal. You take a lot of pride in it as an offensive lineman. I mean, it's what I do from every day. And it's just, whether it's a running back, whether it's a quarterback, and sometimes a receiver when I get out on screens and stuff like that. So it's what I do and what the position is all about. So.
Mm,
and the Super Bowl. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the most coveted trophy in American team sports. 21 inches tall, it weighs 7 pounds of Tiffany's sterling silver. It defines the careers of the players and coaches that are able to win it. Scott Hansen with you on a night when we celebrate.
Uh-oh. After 7 years with the Steelers, running backs coach Eddie Faulkner is headed to take the same job with the AFC North rival Ravens. Pure sources. Faulkner is the one credited with molding Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, and Kenneth Gainwell. Now he will be teaming up with Derrick Henry. Oh boy, could be some trouble. Shots fired. Browns coach Ty Monken on DC uncertainty. I didn't take this job because of Jim Schwartz. Guys, this is about to be interesting news because Jim Schwartz is already hanging on by a prayer. And of course, it's going to be interesting. Just know that. But Pro Bowl tonight went down. NFC wins. They're 4-0. That's good because the AFC should win this week. Patriots should get the Super Bowl, guys. That's what I'm just trying to say. All right. There's some trades going on in the NBA. We're not ready for that yet. All right, so we can tie this up. Super Bowl wins by conferences, 28 for the NFC, 27 for the AFC. So it's 28-27. There we go. Guys, right there. Tap that like button, hit that sub to the channel button. Let's go. We got the Late Night Blitz. We be not like this. We be back with another one just like this. All right, that's the Blitz for tonight. Kraft, Belichick might be out of Canton for now, but the Patriots have a chance to make it 7 rings on Sunday. Will the snub fuel the fire? Will the snub fuel the fire? I say yes. I say the snub fuels the fire. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter what the rest of the NFL thinks. I'm telling you right now, the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. You snubbed our head coach, former head coach. You snubbed the owner. One of the greatest kickers of all time has been snubbed. What the hell is going on, NFL? Are we really serious? Pro Bowl went off again. How did you feel about the Pro Bowl? I'd love to hear your comments, thoughts on that. Please leave me your thoughts on there. I've been getting the Seahawks fans, coming in the comments all week. Thank you for those comments. I appreciate those. Go Pats, remember that. We didn't have this one last night, but we had it tonight. Guys, I'm going to cut it short because I had a doctor's appointment today. Good news today in the doctor's appointment. Good news for Coach T. He will be at the game. Cancer free for Coach T. Salute to him. We're going to bring this one home for Coach T. Let's go, Pats. You know what we're talking about. Thank you, everybody who has subbed up to the channel, man. We're up to 183. Please help us get to 200. Guys, 200 subs. We can get there by Sunday, by Super Bowl. We can get to 200 subs by the Super Bowl. Come on, let's go, man. All season by the draft, we should be at 500. We can get to the 500 by the draft. I appreciate everybody who does come through and support the channel. We're dropping some new videos tomorrow, and we'll be back tomorrow night with the Late Night Live. You know what to do. Stay tuned, stay clutch, and remember, go Pats. Hey, hit that like button, sub to the channel. We gone.